Hey, what's up? It's Bill Smith. This is what winning looks like. I just want to point this out real quick before I move on to some really hardcore stuff. Snopes quits as Facebook's fact checker suggests blacklisting instead. What? Snopes quit? Huh? Snopes on Friday announced it is ending a partnership with Facebook to fact-check information shared on the social media giant, citing a limited amount of resources. Where's that George Soros money, you know? Where's that George Soros money when you need it? Okay, so according to Snopes, the process of manually flagging false information became too burdensome for its 16-person team. Well done, everyone. Well done. Well done. That's all I can say is that there's no way to keep up manually. They'll have to create some kind of system to do this because we're smart. We can beat them. All right. So now that I got that great news over with, that great news, Snopes quitting as Facebook's fact checker, we're going to move on to some other stuff. All right. So if you look over here to the right, this is on Breitbart.com. Breitbart.com is pretty much an Israeli outlet. They're pro-Israel, pro-Zionism. Do with it as you will. I don't care anymore. But they got the big stories of the day. It's pretty much the same everywhere you look. It's this Governor Ralph Northam guy. I've already covered him, but I didn't cover the blackface stuff. So he got caught with this. All right, this is on the Washington Post. He's the Virginia governor, Ralph Northam. He's a Democrat. Let me make that real clear, because CNN wanted to tell everybody that he was a Republican as soon as this all came out. He's a Democrat. All right, he ran as a Democrat. He is a Democrat. There it is, Northam, a Democrat. Apologized as leaders from both sides of the aisle demanded his resignation. There he is dressed up in blackface. And turns out back in the day, his official nickname back in college was Coon Man, which I guess is some kind of like racial slur. I don't really know what it means or what it's about. I'm out of the loop on that one. I don't really care. Whatever. It's just funny that whoever ran against him as governor on the Republican Party, it's almost like they tried not to win. So let's go look them up real quick. All right, so we're going to crowdsource this thing. I know it's not a live feed, but I want to show you how I get this information. We're going to go over here to Wikipedia under Ralph Northam, and we're going to go find when he ran for governor. There it is. And it looks like he was running, let's go down here, 2017. He ran against an idiot, one of the stupidest people in modern politics ever to run for governor in the United States. One of the stupidest people, the dumbest people ever to run for governor is Edward Walter Gillespie, and he's an American politician, strategist, and lobbyist. He's a strategist. Ed Gillespie is a strategist and didn't go through Ralph Northam's fucking yearbooks and discover that he's in there. His nickname is Coon Man, and he's dressed in blackface. Okay, so all this idiot had to do, Ed Gillespie, right? You stupid idiot. All right, we could have had a Republican governor in Virginia if Ed Gillespie would have gone through this guy's yearbook and found that picture. That's all he had to do. Ed Gillespie could have paid anybody in his campaign to go, hey, go look through all Ralph's old school stuff, right? But Ed Gillespie, being the strategist and lobbyist that he is a fucking retard, because he just decided, you know what? I don't really want to win. You know, that's what he said. He's like, I don't really want to win. I'm just going to do the littlest that I can because, I'll become counselor to the president sometime. He's been appointed. This guy's been appointed. So you can call him a strategist or whatever. I'm wasting too much time on him. How can you be this stupid? Ed Gillespie, who ran against this guy, Ralph, and lost. Right? He lost. He got trounced almost. I mean, it's like a 9-point difference. He could have crushed Ralph Northam by like 15 points if he would have just gone and found that picture. That's all you had to do. There he is in blackface. Okay, so I just want to make it real clear. I don't know why you can't just do basic level research if you're running for a governorship. Again, this guy's stupid. His name's Ed Gillespie. He lost because he's an idiot, and he didn't do his homework. So now we've fast-forwarded along. I'm going to go back to this Breitbart article. So we fast-forwarded along. Now you got people like this. This is a Virginia Democrat. She's named Kathy Tran. She's an immigrant. Okay, she was not born in the United States. Kathy Tran is from Vietnam, and she came over here when she was like 6 or 10 or something, and then proceeded to, you know, be a leftist. The reason why I make a big deal about foreign-born populational minorities and Jews, because they don't have any concept of freedom. I mean, think about it. Where was freedom invented? Where is the only place freedom has ever been invented? You're right. White people in the United States. Europeans in the United States. It's the only place that has ever guaranteed freedoms for everybody. And it was a white invention, a European invention. And we get these immigrants now that come from like communist societies. So they'll flee. Kathy Tran will flee a place like Vietnam, and then she'll come over here, and then she'll try to wreak havoc, you know, later as an adult. It's inbred. It's built into them. Okay? Freedom is not built into people from around the world. It's only built into one type of people. Okay? They're European, Caucasian. It's the only place freedom has ever shown itself inside of a system. Outside of that, you get slavery systems. So that's why I tell you where these people are from. I point out they're not white Christians. Okay? So it's not, everybody's focusing on Virginia because Virginia said, hey, you know, we're going to support infanticide now. And I don't mean like, hey, partial birth abortion is terrible, but they're talking about like once you actually abort the baby, the fetus, and then now it's a baby because it's living in the world, it's breathing, it's an infant. They're going, you know what? That didn't work the way we thought it would work. So there it is on the table. It's living and it's breathing. It's considered a baby and an infant. But you know what? It might have a negative impact on the mother's mental health. So that's what Kathy Tran was getting at. I've already showed the video in the last videos. No one watched it. You know, there's only like 5,000 people that saw that last video. Whatever. I don't care. Watch what you want to watch. Don't watch the other stuff, but you're behind the times if you don't catch this stuff like in detail. So there they are. Kathy Tran tried to get this thing through, and Ralph Northam was going to sign it, and then Ralph Northam got caught saying everything I just said, and then he got caught in blackface. So now there's a big hubbub about that. Okay. So I'm going to eat my words now because I keep telling you that it's not white Christians that are doing this to you. It's not. Okay? But in this case, it is. So the same thing that already happened, where is that? It already happened in New York. Okay, so this woman, Senator Liz Krueger, I didn't point this out, but she is a Jew. Here she is saying, this is her words, at Liz Krueger, as an elected Democrat in New York State, and as a Jew, I'm doubly offended and aghast that my party organization would produce and mail such a false, damaging attack on Ms. Nixon. Blah, blah, blah. The important part is here, she's saying that she's a Jew. It's important to me because if you go look up Liz Krueger over in the Wikipedia, it doesn't say that she's a Jew. So I want to make this really clear. Liz Krueger, the one that supported that new partial birth abortion law that was just signed, okay, it's legal now. It's legal now in New York. It's legal in New York now to get a partial birth abortion. It was signed by Cuomo, the brother of the guy on CNN that I like. Sponsored by a bunch of Democrats. Whole bunch of Democrats. Here's the co-sponsors. Here's more sponsors. All Democrat. They repealed all of the laws and felonies related to late-term abortions. So this stuff was super, super, super illegal. And now, let me tell you, it's passed now in New York via Liz Krueger. So Liz Krueger and Cuomo got it passed as law now in New York. We've already mentioned over here that this chick right here, Kathy Tran, she wants you to be able to abort the kid after you've already aborted him. So if you abort a child and he's delivered and now it's an infant on the table, they still want to be able to kill it. That's pretty hardcore, man. You know, that's pretty hardcore. So now that was almost legal in Virginia, but it got defeated. And now, like I said, this woman, she's the governor of Rhode Island, and she calls herself a Catholic, but she's doing the same thing. She's going to sign the abortion bill that's going through her state to murder babies up to birth. So they say it over here. It's over in the Gateway Pundit. It says U.S. Democrats are pushing the most radical abortion infanticide laws in the world today. That's her right there. And they're talking, I've already covered this. They're talking about the same stuff I was talking about. Here he is right there. They're talking about killing the baby after they're born. They're not talking about abortions. They're talking about infanticide. Killing. They're going, hey, I tried to abort that thing and it just wouldn't die. Okay? And that's a problem because I want it to die. So even if it's a human being now living on its own, breathing on its own outside of the mother, we wanted to kill it and it didn't die. So what do we do now? And Governor Ralph, Mr. Northam, says you should be able to have that conversation. He's a doctor, by the way, pediatric neurologist. Okay. Like this guy right here worked with children as a doctor, and now he's the governor doing this. So, like I said, it's a systemic thing now. It's like things are becoming like I don't know how else to say this. People get mad at me because I don't show Q posts every single time now. Every single time. So here's a Q post talking about it. Okay, talking about Planned Parenthood, and this is the kind of the big question. Planned Parenthood gave Ralph Northam $2 million. And I'm thinking to myself, how much money is in abortions? Because it's not like they're selling cars or trucks or like TV sets, Like they're selling a service that seems like it's in legal peril in some states, doesn't have a lot of demand, a lot of people don't like it, very political. And somehow they have an extra $2 million to give to these people. Kathy Tran and Governor Ralph, they have an extra $2 million to give to these people. So I covered it in the last video. I bet, I haven't even dug into this woman yet, but I bet if you go look at whoever this chick's name is, Gina Raimondo, she's a white Italian. Okay, I don't know if that's European or not. She's Italian. They like to have the distinction. She said that she's a Catholic, but she's doing this. I bet if you go look, I bet Planned Parenthood donated pretty heavily to her. Her or maybe like Judy's List or something. I don't even know where to start. I mean, there's so much here. What more do I say? Here's the law. I mean, this is the one that she's trying to press through. They just want to strike the whole thing. It's like if a woman gets an abortion and she dies, you can't hold anybody responsible for that now. They're going to strike the whole law. I mean, look at this. They want to get rid of the whole law, all of it, and just have no restrictions on abortion whatsoever in Rhode Island. All right, so I'll leave it here. This is Doc Rock 1007. Okay, he's got a pretty good amount of followers, so maybe you can come over here and check him out. He's a follower of Jesus. Look at that right there, right in there. Dream Pop producer, follower of Jesus. Good on you, man. Thanks for putting this out there. This guy's got a point here, and he's saying this push is coming at the exact point in time that it looks like Ruth Bader Ginsburg might actually be dead. So these leftists realize that Ruth Bader Ginsburg is dead. Okay? They got her frozen doing Weekend at Ruth's. She's dead. She's been dead. And I don't want to eat my words again. I said Rothschild was dead. Rothschild was not dead. He showed up in Germany during like the Wiener Schnitzel Oktoberfest thing with the Clintons. So I saw a picture of Rothschild. He's still alive. I thought he was dead. So they're saying, this guy's saying that this push to get all this hardcore abortion stuff through in all these states coincides with Ruth Bader Ginsburg's demise. Till next time, it's Bill Smith. Thanks for watching.